By now, you understand the landscape and how the scholarship works. Welcome to episode 3. Today, we go deeper into the five foundational pillars that every successful scholarship application is built on, regardless of the country, the program, or your field. If you get all five right, you are competitive for almost any scholarship in this series. These five pillars are not sequential steps, they are simultaneous foundations. And every scholarship application at any level in any country is built on all five of these foundations. So don't miss this. Number one is your profile, who you are and what you've done. This could be your academic record, it could be your leadership history, it could be your community impact, your skills, your research experience, and this is usually built over months and years, not weeks before the deadline. Number two is the fit. Why the scholarship? Why now? Why should you get scholarship? The match between your goals, background, and values, and the scholarship specific selection criteria, mission, and alumni profile has to be a fit. The third one is the document, your complete application package. Every required file, transcript, CV, certificate, proposals, formatted correctly and submitted on time. Missing one document automatically is a disqualification. So this is very, very important. And number four is the statement. Your story structured and compelling. Your statement has to be one of the most single important documents in most scholarship application. It is also the most improvable because it's something you can improve on. Your transcript is already gone. You can't improve it anymore, right? But you can own your skills, and you can also let your story shine in your statement. And number four is the strategy, right? Yeah, just remember something. In terms of the statement, this could come in form of your motivational statement, could personal statement, statement of purpose. We're going to see the difference between all of this in the future, but we just generalize that to statement. I just needed to point that out. Number five is the strategy, which is are you applying to right scholarship at the right time? Are you learning from each application cycles? For instance, if an application requires you to have a supervisor, have you reached out to the supervisor first, or you just applying blindly? So these are the five pillars, and the students who treat them as ongoing commitments will always win above compared to any other candidates that don't prioritize these five pillars. Now, let's look into deeper. The pillar one profile. It's the hardest to fix quickly and the easiest to build gradually. If you're in your first year or second year of university, the single most valuable thing you can do right now is identify one leadership opportunity and one community service commitment and begin them today. Either ISEC, British Council Active Citizen, Toastmasters, Enactors, whatever it is. Applications within 18 months from now will reference what you started this week. And the strongest profiles are built in 12 to 24 months and not just 2 weeks. And this is evident from your academic excellence, your community impact and service, your international and cross cultural exposure, your professional development, which is your certificate, online courses, workshops, master classes, your research experience, lab work, literature reviews, publication, data projects that you work on. We're also going to have a dedicated masterclass on data analytics or data science. We're going to look at Excel, SPSS, like Graphite, Prism, RStudio, and all of those things. So you could be able to build your record. And then do you have a leadership track record, either as the class governor or class rep, or as a president of your association, whatever it is, your profile is the easiest to fix gradually because it can be built, but you cannot fix it quickly. Next is the fit. Most rejected applicants apply to the right scholarship with the wrong framing, or the wrong scholarship with the right framing. So you need to really understand these five concepts when it comes to the fit. You need to read the selection criteria like a contract. and a contract that simply means your life depends on it. When you're writing a contract that depends on your life or your life depends on it, how you read that, that's how you should read the selection criteria, because that is the one easiest thing that you can miss out and then end up wasting all of your time. Next is the research, the scholarship mission and values. You really need to know what the scholarship stands for and what they are looking for. And next is for you to research past winners. Go to LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, go and see people that have already won that scholarship before. Hear from them, get insight, get tips from them, what works for them and what doesn't work, and access your alignment honestly. Don't be um, don't be generic and don't be delusional with this. You need to be honest with your alignment. Okay. And number five is understanding the return obligation. Does it require you to go back to your home country, like in terms of home ties or not? If it is, then you need to be able to tailor your applications based on that. Let's move on. Number three is the documents. Complete, correct, and on time. This is super important. I can't emphasize this enough. If it says proof of English is compulsory mandatory, then proof of English is mandatory. Check which kind of English is acceptable. Is it Pearson, IELTS, GRE, TOEFL, whatever it is, you really need to know. Your transcript is super important. If you don't have your transcript by now, you should get it. And honestly, if you don't have the official transcripts, you could request for students copy at the application stage. But some scholarship accept that, and some only require the certified copy. So whatever it is, find your way around it and get the official legitimate scholar that is needed. Three is your CV or your resume in an academic format. This is super important. Some people rely on just AI and then just dish out any outputs as a CV and then they submit. That doesn't work. You need to know, you need to tailor it, you need to add your own voice to it, you need to have it in an academic format. And it doesn't hurt if you get an expert to review it for you or to write it for you based on your own story. And you can check out ninjacvpro.com if you really want to go by this way, or you check our the playlist of our summer experience program. We went deep into cover letters, CVs, and all those things. So watch those videos, and I bet you're going to love it. Now, your personal statement and AC. Most important documents specific to each scholarship. Never reuse generic versions. Some will ask for statement of purpose, some will ask personal statements, some are motivation. They look like the same thing, but their context is usually different. Your letters of recommendation, this is super important. Most scholarship requires 2 to 3 letters of recommendation from academic supervisors, employers, or community leaders who know you work specifically. You need to give them time, at least 8 to 10 weeks or 4 to 6 weeks average, the minimum, to get those things right. And this is why if you're a student right now, it's important for you to identify that lecturer that is relevant to you. You need to develop that relationship with them now, not after you've graduated. And your research proposal, if it's required, you need to know, and then you need to genuinely study the work of your supervisors and then craft a research proposal that is tailored for that purpose. And then your proof of identity or citizenship. If you need a valid international passport, get it right now. That's the first step. I believe you all have your international passport right now, guys. If you don't have it, it's important you start working towards it. And try to look for any additional supporting document, either your published work, your awards, your certificate, or what have you. Pillar four, which is the statement, your story. This is where you just have to let it shine. Your story in a structured and compelling manner. And committees spend 60 to 70% of their review time on a personal statement. It is where applications are won or lost, assuming all other things are good. And this is just how like on an average how it works. So you have the opening hook, which is usually maybe graded 5 to 10%, and which is a specific sentence or short paragraph that ends 30 more seconds of attention. Not I'm passionate about, but a micro story, a specific claim, or a well-framed problem that you want to solve by getting that scholarship. Who you are is the next thing you need to consider when you're writing your statement. Who you are, your academic identity, the key research or professional experience that you have. And number three is what have you done, which should consider around 30%. Your 2 or 3 strongest experience described specifically with role, outcome, and relevance. This is where think of star, right? So the star that we've already talked about, you really need to think about the star the STAR technique. Yeah, STAR. I believe you all know what that stands for. And we've gone into that deeply into the summer career experience program. You can just watch all those videos and you understand what STAR is and how that technique will help you in writing your CVs, your statement of purpose, and even in terms of your interviews. And number four is why this scholarship. You need to make them know that this is why you need the scholarship, or this is why the scholarship needs you. Either way around works just fine. Your genuine specific motivation for the program, not because it's prestigious or you need money. Nope, it has to draw attention and relevance. Number five is the impact. So the impact promise. What you do after, or how is this scholarship relevant to you, your short-term and your long-term goals? How does it benefit you, your field, or your community, or even your country, depending on which kind of scholarships you're applying for? And number five is the strategy, the timing, targeting, and iteration. This is super important, and this is why we are making this masterclass for you to really understand everything, know the timing, know which countries to target, how to target, and how you should iterate them. And it's important to apply to 8 to 15 scholarships simultaneously. If you're sending if you're looking for supervisors or professors, you can cold email like 10 of them every day. The next episode should probably be on cold emails, and you need to start earlier than everyone else, right? So most scholarships applications start around June, July, around this time, to around October, November for the following year, which is super important to start early. Know which scholarship you're applying for and start preparing for them. And you need to kind of reuse and adapt, not the copy and paste. You've used this before. Look at what works and what doesn't work. Pick it, adapt it, reuse it, and that's how you keep circling it. And you need to have a kind of tier your applications into your dream scholarships, and then that's tier one, tier two, strong fit, tier three, high probability, and tier four, just managing. Okay, and you apply across all three or all four tiers. The fifth one is treat each rejection as a data. When you receive a rejection, don't see it as something that as how will I put it, that's going to put you down. Just see it as something that will fuel your next application. I need to track everything in a spreadsheet. We are going to I'm going to share a spreadsheet for you guys, and you will be able to use that spreadsheet probably in the next couple of episodes. You're going to see the spreadsheet. You track every applications down, so you never miss out on anything. And we've written an entire book on all of this. It's called The Dream Apply Go Global. My own personal stories, the scholarships I've gotten, how I did it, what I applied even when there was no AI, the AI tools you could use, templates, and everything you could use for CV, cold emails, and everything. It's in the description. You can always download and use them alongside with this masterclass video session. Now rate yourself on the five pillars. You can download this from the comment section on our Telegram page, t.me/potentlyhq. You download this and then you use it to score yourself based on this metric. Ask the audience to pause. Like you could ask yourself, how will I put it? You could ask someone else to judge you this for you, like have like a kind of second guess on this. So it's important for you to take your time to really do this and really understand where every pillar should be. Do you have a four or a five? And then you know where to work on in terms of your strengths or your weakness. And this is the most counter intuitive insights in the series, right? Students who spend 90% of their preparation time writing and rewriting their statement while doing almost no research into scholarship fit and no strategic targeting, consistently they lose to students with weaker writing but better targeting. Fit and strategy are the multipliers. That's just what I wanted to say here. So you need to be able to fit it into the right scholarship and also apply the right strategy. So take this seriously. Now, how do you build all those five pillars? This is your 90-day plan. On the day one, you should research. That's the research and foundation stage. That's day 1 to 30. And part watching this should be part of your day 1 to 30. And this way, identify 10 to 5 target scholarships using scholodo.com or government portals. I'm also going to attach a list of about 50 or 100 scholarship portals that you can use for. You can find them also in the Dream Apply Go Global book. The link is in the comments. And then read the selection criteria and research alumni for each. Score yourself on all 5 pillars. Okay. Identify the 3 references and begin the relationship if not already established. Next is build and the statement to 60 is build and document. Start or formalize your weakest profile activity, and you should obtain your transcripts. You should brief your referees, share your CVs and your target scholarships and key points, and then you should start those institution of your top 3 scholarships. Day 61 to 90, that's when you start refining your applications, which is should be at the time that the application is starting. Day 1 to 60 is before application starts, while the 61 to 90 should be at the early stage of the applications. And the key takeaways from the session is that you really need to understand your profile, your fit, your document strategy, and your statement. These are all the 5 pillars which are very important. 2 is your profile is the longest build, but is the longest build, but is the easiest is the longest and easiest build, but the hardest to fix in the short time. So you should start today and not tomorrow, not next year. Number 3, fit means aligning your story to this scholarship's value, not I am good enough. 4 is documenting 3 to 4 months of lead time. Transcript, language test, and reference all take weeks. Number 5, strategy means applying to 8 to 15 scholarships. Tying your targets and tracking everything. The most negligent pillars are fitness and strategy, which is the number 6 takeaway in the scholarship series. As usual, you have any questions, you can catch us on LinkedIn and on Facebook at Potently and on Instagram at Potently HQ. And more importantly, our resources can be found on the Telegram page, check Telegram channel, t.me/potentlyhq, and you can as well join the WhatsApp group. All of this is also included in the comments. And see you on the next one.